¿Quieres hacer una entrevista?
Yo lo pongo después en la página y lo subo. Digan algo a la cámara.
¿En español?
¿En español? Sí. Es una página en español.
Máquina tostadora.
Aquí el joven es el experto.
El experto, a ver si nos explican a ver de dónde viene el café y demás.
En realidad el café viene de la Sierra Norte de Puebla.
Ajá.
Es un café orgánico, es prima lavado, es un café de muy buena calidad. Tenemos dos tipos de rostizado, uno Baja Midnight, le tenemos el medio tueste,
Sí.
y el Pesky Dark es el tueste más oscuro.
Sí.
Y tenemos también, aparte, el italiano, es un término de los más oscuros ya. Y aquí tenemos en la máquina de expreso la mezcla que tenemos de la casa, es 50% de Baja Midnight y 50% Pesky Dark. Así que es el que
Es
ustedes
más
probaron.
balanceado.
Sí.
¿Y el italiano es como más fuerte?
Más fuerte, pero en el café más claro tiene más cafeína. Entre más oscuro está, tiene más sabor.
Mientras más quemado,
Más
digamos.
amargo, está más oscuro, pero tiene menos cafeína. Así que el Baja Midnight es el más puesto medio, pero el más...
¿Quién es el que más? ¿Cómo se nota quién toma más alguno que los otros, digamos? Dicen, este es más para gente joven, este es más para...
En realidad, los más, ¿cómo le diré? Los que toman más café,
Sí.
toman más el oscuro, por el sabor fuerte.
Porque ya no le sienten el sabor
Sí,
al
ya
suave.
no le sienten el sabor suave. Y las personas que están empezando a tomar café porque equivocadamente piensan que está clarito el color, es menos
fuerte de cafeína.
de cafeína, y es al revés. Sí, así que a los tomadores de café ya de años les recomendamos el italiano.
El italiano.
Pesky Dark.
¿Y qué toman? ¿Hacen ristretto por lo general? ¿Así piden fuerte
Pues hay
o...?
personas que piden el shot de espresso.
Ah.
Y hay personas que en realidad toman americano.
El americano siempre es un poco como más
Es el
aguado,
shot
digamos.
con agua, sí.
Ah.
Con agua. Y tenemos también el latte, el shot de espresso, el que tomaron ustedes.
Sí, muy rico.
Con mucha más leche.
Sí.
Y el cappuccino es el mismo shot de crema de café,
Sí.
pero un poco menos leche, nos queda más fuerte.
Ah. Y no lleva chocolate o canela ni
Ese
nada.
es el mocha.
Ah.
Mocha, ya tenemos la variedad ya de ahí. El latte lo podemos hacer mocha,
Ah.
poniéndole chocolate.
¿Le pones chocolate cuando lo
Cuando está saliendo el
filtras?
shot de espresso, porque es chocolate rallado de barra
Ah.
y se derrite con lo caliente del espresso.
O sea que la idea del el cappuccino en realidad es un shot menos, pero es casi un...
El cappuccino es la misma shot de
café?
de
Ah.
crema, pero es menos
They
leche.
don't need you.
Él
She's
es
so good.
el dueño.
She's the best.
Él es el dueño, el señor Alex.
She did it like in Spanish, like you have to explain some things in English so we can have it
I
like
don't
a...
speak very good English.
Do you speak any other language? Portuguese, German?
I speak all of that. What would you like?
Portuguese could be
Portuguese?
good, like to make it... Sounds good.
Un pequeño cafecino por acá.
How was like the idea to create the place? Like, how do you get to this place
So-
at the very beginning?
We have a very good friend
Yeah.
in Vancouver that has 22 stores, and their stores are cafes are called Bean Around the World.
All right.
Bean Around the World.
Yeah.
So they have 22 stores. They have two muy grande big roasters.
Yeah.
They roast a lot of coffee for their cafes.
Yeah.
Some of them are franchise, and most of them are owned by that group.
Yeah. Kind of like fair trade coffee,
They
or is
import coffee from all over the world.
yeah.
Fair trade, organic to non-organic to everything.
All right.
And they blend coffee and they ship coffee to all their different.
All right.
When we came down to Mexico
La flama abajo,
6 years ago,
Yeah.
we were drinking the coffee, and I said the coffee.
It's not good. Yeah. It's what I just said.
It never has been good.
Yeah, I just said that. It's like this is the best coffee I drink since I left Alaska.
So I went home
Yeah.
and I said to my buddy, I said, the coffee is not good in
Yeah.
Mexico, and he said, oh no, coffee is good in Mexico.
Like the beans are good. Yeah.
He said what happens in Mexico is there's no culture. There's no, they don't drink, in Mexico they don't drink
Good
good
coffee.
coffee because it all gets shipped out of the country.
All right.
80% of the shade grown high-end coffee gets shipped to Germany. Germany and Europe.
All right.
Hasbro.
So you got here is like, this is my chance to make good coffee, and people that wants a good coffee.
What he said to me was, you know, like if you want to do coffee,
Yeah. But you were not in the business, like you were not in coffee things. Like you came here in holidays, kind of like, or
yeah.
or you were having a
What
house.
happened was, he said, I had sold my businesses, and we were coming down to build our house. And I decided that I didn't know anything about building, and I cut that off. I said, April, we can't build our house. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know how to start to build our house on our property up there. I came down to do that. And
So you said, let's make a business first.
well, no, well,
It's gonna be easier.
We said let's just chill and we'll go and we'll go to the Olympics. And then I talked to my friend and he said, no, they got great coffee in Mexico. And so I took some Oaxacan grown coffee, shipped
Yeah.
to North Vancouver, roasted in North Vancouver.
Yeah.
2 pounds of it, brought it down,
Yeah.
ground it, and give it away to the guys on the beach. And I said, come back and tell me what you think.
All right.
Dr. Mark and
Oh, really?
yeah, that's
Oh,
what
really?
that's where I
How
met.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
met-
like that.
So they came back the next day and went, are you kidding me?
we need it.
This is the kind of coffee we're looking for.
This is the coffee.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So then I said, okay, what do I do? And he said, you go online and you put in Probat German roaster.
Yeah.
And you go onto Facebook, or I mean, sorry, onto, what's the site, where you find stuff for sale?
eBay.
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Craigslist. And I started up in Seattle,
Yeah.
put it in.
Yeah, Seattle was kind of like the coffee
Yeah.
place in the States.
But
kind of
they had other, other Turkish roasters and other roasters, but not Probat.
Probat,
And
all
I
right.
went down, all the way down the coast, San Francisco, LA,
Yeah.
and San Diego. Boom. That showed up.
much easier. It's like not
Well-
like long shipping costs.
No,
It's
it
from the
was
south.
more, it's more that Probat.
Yeah.
That's the Cadillac roaster. That's the roaster that
It's an American brand.
it is not. It's German.
It's German, but it's built here.
It's distributed in Germany, in the States. In the States.
All right. Cool.
So they distribute it, but it's all built in Germany.
What's the good thing about this roaster?
It has a cast iron tub that's 1,600 pounds,
Yeah.
and it heats up to 500 degrees with 92,000 BTUs.
Yeah.
The consistency of how they transfer the air through the drum
Yeah.
to the heat distribution.
All right.
So when you're roasting a bean and you're taking it up to 500 degrees, you don't want to burn it. You don't want to burn
That's how
the
it
outside
looks,
of it.
like a raw.
That's a raw. That's the raw.
Doesn't look like a coffee
It
bean.
goes into here at 500 degrees,
Yeah.
and this is rotating like a washing machine.
Yeah.
And the energy, so you put 2 kilo or 10 kilos in here,
Yeah.
down into here, and it sucks the energy back down. So the heat goes down from 500 degrees down to 200 degrees, and
Cool.
then it starts this is the heat is 92,000 BTUs. So it's heat on,
Yeah.
and it ramps it back up to 450 degrees
All right.
within 8 to 12 minutes.
All right.
And then you got to pay attention to the heat and
Yeah.
the color of the bean.
All right. You have like you take.
You're viewing
Right.
the coffee
Yeah.
to see the roast, how it's doing.
Yeah. So it can't go higher than 450.
Yeah, 450, 500 max. Otherwise, it starts to burn the bean.
Yeah.
Burns the outside of the bean.
All right. How long it takes
So
like,
our
to
dark,
roast it?
our dark roast. This is our medium roast.
Yeah. It's the same bean you
Yeah,
roasted?
all the
like
same-
even
all
when
the
it
same
has
bean.
different colors?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I was like,
So it's just like toast. Just like toast.
Yeah.
This toast was taken out earlier than that one.
yeah.
This is burnt toast.
And this is kind of medium.
No, well, we have a super dark that Anna Maria introduced.
Oh yeah?
I prefer the dark.
That's the famous black beans.
And how that was introduced, true story,
yeah.
the power went off. And we had a roast that was just about ready to pull,
Yeah.
and the whole thing shut down. Smoke coming up. Our roaster, Sammy, Big Sammy,
Yeah. Run away.
Anna Maria,
Pensó que iba a explotar.
Anna Maria started pulling the roast out. But it was still roasting, right? It was
Yeah.
still in there cooking.
Yeah.
So the roast went away dark,
Yeah.
too dark. And we said, well, what are we going to do with this?
Yeah.
Well, we'll taste it.
Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah.
And there's lots of people through the history of Starbucks
Yeah.
that are accustomed to over-roasted coffee because Starbucks
Over-roasted
their
coffee?
coffee from the start. That's how they got their brand and their taste into the community of the coffee business.
So it's kind of like people, like you think is people is more used to over-roasted.
They like over-roasted. The new generation of coffee drinkers drinking a lighter roast that has more tea tasting, background flavor, more fruity.
Yeah.
Not as strong, not as in your face strong.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can taste when you drink our
Tea
coffee.
cash.
We blended our coffee with a dark roast and a medium roast.
Yeah.
And I think you find when you taste the coffee, it stays with you for a while.
Yeah.
It's got this flavor in the back of your throat, and it's got a very nice fruity flavor to it.
All right. Can you make something with the coffee to make like flavor it like somehow like species or you just put it
Spices,
when you
sure,
ground it?
You can do all of that.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, in the Mexican tradition,
Yeah.
they take inexpensive coffee and they put sugar in the grinds.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Like
And so they make their coffee and they drink coffee from 3 in the afternoon till midnight.
yeah, it's not.
Our culture is get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
and have it strong.
Yeah.
And some of us like to put milk in it.
Yeah.
Some of us like sugar. And then in here we'll have vanilla. They'll ask for vanilla.
Yeah.
But to roast it in here
Yeah.
isn't a part of the roasting game. So it's an after.
All right,
Yeah.
something
And,
you
and
do.
lots of cafes have many different flavors that you can add to coffee.
Yeah.
But we don't provide that not only because we try to stick to really good tasting coffee.
Yeah.
And not all the different types of low fat, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And
a
I
way-
got your files like keep things
keep it
simple but
and-
really
and
good
do what
quality.
you do best at, which is serve really good coffee. So saying that our coffee comes from the state of Puebla,
Yep.
from a farm that is over 50, almost 60 years old,
All right.
from a plantation.
Yep.
And the fellow that we met at the coffee show before I started all this took over his grandfather's plantation
Yeah.
and redid the whole shade-grown coffee.
Yeah.
It has macadamia trees in it,
Yeah.
which a lot of the flavor comes from. But he also feeds it organic cow manure and the shells off of the berries themselves, and
Yeah.
he mulches that
Yeah.
and uses that for the fertilizer.
All right.
So, shade-grown coffee, organic, high-quality coffee
Yeah.
is like wine. So the really good grapes
Yeah.
to make really good wine
Yeah.
is mostly
Ground. Like
look-
what the
look-
quality
look-
of the
looked after
soil.
by the soil, looked
Yeah.
after by where it grows, the exposure to the sun,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
forth. So it's the
For
same,
sure.
very similar, but different.
Yeah. All right. So the base of Baja Beans is more like the quality of the coffee, but
Yes.
after that, like you build something that's not just coffee.
No, well, so what happened was I said to my wife, sold my businesses. And
Yeah.
I said, I bought a roaster and I'm going to roast coffee in Pescadero. And I'm just going to sell the beans
Just sell the beans.
and I'll have a drip coffee going.
Yeah.
And I'll do it part-time,
Yeah.
just to have fun.
Yeah.
And then April got involved and said, no, we have to do it
Yeah, all the way. Sweet all the
So
way.
she got into the latte machines and the front end.
Yeah.
And April is totally responsible for doing the information, the gathering, going into the marketplaces, finding out what's a good coffee, what's a good latte, what's a good machine.
Yeah.
There's lots of machines on the market.
Oh yeah. So
Italy produces quite a few of them.
yeah.
This fella came from Marzucco, I believe it's Marzucco, and he designed this coffee machine. It's called the Senesso, the big Senesso out there, that pre-infuses
He's on one.
He's been beat.
the big
Yeah.
stainless steel one. That's made in Seattle.
Seattle.
It's called the Senesso.
All right.
And it pre-infuses it wets the puck first before you put hot pressured water into it, so you get more flavor out of the.
All right.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like researching before stuff.
A lot of
you were not
researching.
into like you just like coffee before.
Yeah,
I want to have a good
I'm
coffee.
A drip, no cream, no sugar drip drinker. I drink regular coffee.
I just had like
So
sour.
that was my passion. April came in and did this, and then we were gonna do shipping containers and have them open up, and one would be the roaster and one would be the cafe.
Yeah.
On a property on the other side of the Oxo.
Yeah, because you said like I don't know how to build things here, so it's gonna be easy. Just
Yeah,
shipping container.
We'll bring the it'd be funky. It'd be
Yeah.
have a big deck out,
Yeah.
whatever. And then we had met Giovanni, the family that owns the farm here.
Yeah.
And this is an orchard, mango orchard that was built for a cafe.
Yeah.
Mama, and she ran it for a couple of years, and it just was too big for her.
Yeah.
Whatever. They sent us the pictures and said we want to lease this out.
Yeah.
Rent it out.
She says like this is a
Oh,
place.
Okay.
Was anything like that?
This is all renovated. This is all fireproof.
This is all fireproof.
The roasting room's all fireproof. This is all been April designed all the shelving, the counter.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Redone. Yeah. Those are hand painted tiles.
Hand painted tiles.
Yeah, they come actually from Guadalajara, I believe.
Yeah.
Majolicas. We call them Majolicas.
Yeah.
April designed and laid the patterns out. And
Yeah.
workers put it together.
So for how long was it running? Like all the and where the idea of the kind of like having venues here and like artisans and kind of like shows, and it's like it was with like once you've bought the place you said like I'm gonna make a cool place, not just have coffee, or it was like
we
just
did it out of
happening.
Passion. We did it out of passion. A lot of things happen
Yeah.
because you put your foot in this door and it opens up.
Yeah.
And we imported this down.
Yeah.
And we imported the Senesso down.
Yeah.
I had the guys that taught me how to roast come and install this. And then we got that installed, and we started roasting. Oh, so the coffee, very important.
Yeah.
The coffee, as I told you, my friend up in Canada imports coffee from all over the world.
Yeah.
25, 30 different roasts, different plantations.
Yeah.
In different countries. Well, we found out that it's 100% markup, 100% tariff to bring green bean into Mexico from another country.
All right.
So we're out.
No
of the game.
way. Yeah.
That's
not gonna happen.
I met the fella from the finca in Puebla, the state of Puebla, that did this whole reorganization of their plantation.
Yeah.
And I phoned him up and I said, I need coffee, and he sent me coffee.
Yeah.
And it's been unreal ever since, and it's very consistent. It's been great coffee for the last 2.5 years. I'm just going to the plantation on the 25th.
Let's check it out.
To tie up a lot more coffee.
Yeah.
Because we're expanding our business into distribution.
Yeah.
To get it out in the grocery stores.
Just set
Just the
like a
pack-
brand.
Just the packages.
Yeah.
So you sold in other countries?
Well, we plan to, but for now it'll be mostly Mexico.
What about your friend in Canada?
Well,
will he? He roasts it himself.
They like me to bring it up to them, and they take a lot home with them. But I haven't. It costs too much to ship.
All right.
10 bags of coffee. It's too. You have to. Eventually, when we do the distribution and we get into and get our volume up, then we can take and roast coffee and put it up in California
Yeah.
and distribute it in California
Yeah.
or the States or wherever.
You need
But that's a long ways down the road.
Yeah.
So right now, this is a destination coffee house
Yeah.
that April and Alec have built for the community of Pescadero.
Yeah.
And that this is our passion. This isn't we don't make a lot of money in this business because it's only 4 months that we're very busy.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time it starts going down to where we close in the summer.
Yeah. It's like it's so
buggy
hot.
and
Yeah.
hot and
Nobody
nobody
drinks
wants
coffee.
to drink coffee.
Yeah.
So it's not a business that we
It's that kind of like non-profit or low-profit business.
low profit business. But you know, although everybody looks at us and go, "Oh, you're killing it. You're making tons of money." Well, we are making some money, but when you pay it all off and
Sure.
it balances out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is our passion, is what I'm trying to say.
I think it's like
we really enjoy it,
Yeah.
and we love what we're doing.
Yeah.
So this part of our business is totally cool, and
Yeah.
needs to be like this for us.
Yeah. To keep it simple and
It's not about this. It's
Yeah.
about
Passion.
livability. That's
Yeah.
why we're open from 7 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So that we might want to go to the beach.
you
Go to the
can.
beach.
Yeah.
We don't do restaurant here. You know, that if you wanted to make a bunch of money here, you would have the tour buses lined up out here, and you'd have a restaurant going,
Yeah.
and you'd have a coffee house going,
Yeah.
and you'd have the till going
Yeah.
like this. But I'm 58.
Yeah.
This is a passion.
Yeah.
We want to live.
Yeah.
We don't want to be married. married
Slaves
to
of
this.
the
Yeah.
of the
It's
business.
not the moment.
And the passion to do the distribution is that the coffee's so good that Mexico needs it.
That you want to
Their
share
people.
it.
We want to share it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no reason why people shouldn't be drinking this coffee.
Yeah.
Our hope is to, eventually get over into Guadalajara and build a plant over there and do the big mass production over here, because Mexico and the Baja, the Baja is like Hawaii in the States. It's an island. It costs a lot of money to do business here.
Yeah.
Everything costs. So
Yeah.
to run a business to distribute out of here,
You have to be inland.
you got to be on the mainland.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the big stuff.
It's the worst plan to
Yeah.
start from here.
Yeah.
You can just. Well, it's cool that you have a cool place.
Yeah. And what do you guys do?
We are cycling.
Okay.
Everybody knows this, so I'm not gonna tell it to you.